So, good morning, everybody, to the 538th session of Empowering Morning Conversations. So, yesterday was a special day. Obviously, it was Mahatma Gandhi's birthday and it was Lal Bahadur Shastri's birthday. Okay, so we celebrated that, and today we are celebrating another day. And today is a day which I call as You Day. So, it's your day. And today you take charge, you take responsibility, you create. So I was saying a little while before, today, myself, Vetrivel, Rama and Kunain, we are not going to initiate anything. All right? It is your conversation today completely. See, instead of waiting for me or Kunain or Vetri or Rama to create it for you, I'm saying, why don't you guys create it? So today you have 45 minutes and the floor is yours. You take charge of the conversation and you create it, and let's see what you're going to create. So that's my surprise for you for the day. So go ahead, guys. Yeah, you don't even have to raise your hand. You just start. I'm going to make you the co-host. If you're taking charge, you run it, you allow people to speak and all that. All right? So Reddy Garu is taking charge. All right, start the conversation.
I believe that I'm an influencer. Is it required to prove myself? That's the question.
Okay. Well, we are all waiting for others to respond to that.
So if you are an influencer, obviously you need to show or do something, right? Then only people will get influenced. Without doing, if you are believing it, how people will believe it? You are an influencer.
Yeah. So Shakti, today even you don't say anything, all right?
No.
I want all the other guys. So thanks for the input anyways.
Thank
You get it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you. So go ahead.
Good morning, sir, and good morning, all. I will say that Sivaprasad ji is a great influencer. I have been influenced by his replies throughout these sessions, whatever sessions I have attended. He's a great influencer, but I think he feels that it's not enough. It's that he has to have more confidence and come up and tell whatever he wants to tell. He is a great influencer. He influenced me a lot. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Shanti ma'am. I personally, I respond without any hesitation, without any second thought. That's how I do. Why? Because I don't give time for thinking. I said, this is my response to this answer. That's why I always reply immediately. And I will not hesitate whether it is right or wrong. But that's what my mind is telling me, which I am telling all of you.
Sir, I feel you are a work in progress. I think all that is you have to bring in you more confidence.
So I suppose when you say you mean we, all of us, or you're talking about Reddy Garu?
Reddy Garu, sir. He's a great influencer for me. The way he responded, he has a lot of composure, and he is very thoughtful, very positive person. One thing is he has to sharpen his thought.
Yes, Hasina ma'am.
You can be an influencer if you practice before you preach. That's what I think.
Yes,
Otherwise, you cannot be an influencer.
yes, ma'am. I
Only preaching doesn't work.
fully accept with you.
Yeah.
I feel even Hasina ji is also a great influencer. She is she has the power to influence all the mother-in-laws to change their perspective towards their daughter-in-laws. Then all the Indian families will be very happy. Ma'am, you can teach that to all the mother-in-laws. That's a great lesson.
There are two questions from my side. One is, are you an influencer? Second question is, if you are an influencer, do you need to prove yourself?
What's the second question, sir?
If you are an influencer, do you need to prove that you are an influencer?
In my opinion, it is not so, sir. Like when the people got influenced, they'll come and tell you that I am greatly influenced by you. Likewise, how I am telling that. Whenever daily, whenever I see Hasina ma'am, I used to think that her lesson has to be learned by all the mother-in-laws. Whenever I see you, I feel that you are a great composer and you are very composed, and people have to learn it from you. It's not that you need to prove. It's my opinion. All are influencers in one way or the other. You are expert in one field and the other person. Like Hasina ji is influencer, is a great influencer in the other field. All have the capability. But I think we need to identify where we have the strength, and we have to develop that strength more and more, so that all the other possibilities will subside and the strength will be taken to the forefront. Whether I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I feel it that way.
Yeah, thanks, ma'am. I just want to listen from other people. I think other 10 people are. So for the sake of people who joined just now, I just want to repeat that my first question is, are you an influencer or not? Second question is, if you are an influencer, you need to prove it.
So for the benefit of all those who came late, I just want to inform you that today is the day when all of you have been asked to create the conversation and participate in the conversation. And when I said that, Reddy Garu stepped forward and he initiated a conversation. And he initiated a conversation with the question that, are you an influencer? And if you are an influencer, do you need to prove that you are an influencer? That's where it is. Now, I request everybody be responsible and create this conversation with him.
Sir, I feel that once you have the awareness, you will understand that you are an influencer. And when you speak, some may get the message, some may not get the message. So you can be aware of who is getting the message and who is not getting the message. So you need not prove it when you have that full awareness. It is like going from the survival mode to the creative mode. When you are a creator, you are an influencer. If you are in the survival mode, you cannot get that influence. But if that meeting stays with you, it will create some influence on you somewhere later in the part when you have some other message related to that. I think awareness is more important to find out the influencer in.
Yes, ma'am, this is true. Maybe you'll see some results also. Sometimes you feel that vibrations that yes, it's working, whatever you are doing.
Yeah. So we are raising the hands or like talking?
No, you can speak without raising the hand.
Yeah. Okay.
We are all work in progress. We are in different stages. I feel that way.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, I feel many of us are all are influencers, and we knowingly or unknowingly influencing our near ones, especially, or our subordinate, or even whoever talking with us. If someone is coming with us to do something or some wrong intention or some different intention or different perception about us or about something, and we are started talking in the conversation, they will feel, yeah, this is something different. They get a new knowledge and no info. They're changing the perception in some time. So even in the small sense, even especially the kids also influenced by us, especially our kids and our kin or our spouse. Most of the time they will be resisting, but still in our absence they may be copying us. So I feel in that sense we all are influencing in a trace amount. But in a major, we are feeling, yeah, we are big leader, a national leader or something. That time we have to be more intentional and with a more integrity or something small. We need something to influence them, I feel, in that sense.
What you said is we are all naturally influencers. That's what I understood from your conversation. Second, okay. So, second question is: do you need to prove that?
You need not. We need not prove that that we are influencing. Like when you do all this, it is like we are having a perception. We are judging the people. We feel that they are not that enough, and that judging comes in. if we understand that the opposite person is also a work in progress like us, even great influences are work in progress. We have the maybe when we become the greatest influencer, we become the enlightened, like what Buddha has done, what Jesus has done, what Gandhiji has done. They are the enlightened one. Mostly all of us are just work in progress.
I feel we don't want to prove most of the times. And if you are in a job, if you want to do some PR work or something, and that time we have to prove to get your salary. Means, yeah, I have a KPI or that much of influence at this, on buying attitude or something. And even sometimes we have to get more knowledge or we have to be more molded more well because we are feeling we are influenced and we can inform our spouse or someone, yeah, because I am influencing, I want to be like that way. Otherwise, they will get the wrong info, wrong image. So in a trace amount, we need to, convince that we are influencing. Maybe in politics or some sector, we can prove that we are really influencing. So we have to be careful and we have to inform them. Most of the time, no need to, inform that we are influenced.
Yeah, I said something to say. I said that there could be even negative influences. Like normally people say, don't go in this group, that the boys are always drinking there. So that is another influence that you come across. So then one has to be careful what sort of influencer you are associating with.
True, very true.
Ma'am, when you put that label as negative, you are judging the people. We need to take the situation as it is. We need not judge the people. From our perception, it is negative. For them, it is positive. No need to judge them. Take the situation as it is. Don't put a stamp on the people.
No, but if they are positive, we also judge that they are positive. If they are negative, we judge they are negative.
We have to drop the judgment. We need to drop the judgment.
Yes, sometimes we need to prove that we are influencing. If we are a YouTuber, there is actually this is instance influencer in different perception, different case. In the web world, there is influencers influencing advertisers like that. In that case, we have to prove that I am influencing this much of community, 1 million people. So if I advertise your product, you will get that much of publicity because I am influencing, YouTuber. So if you just see that picture, you have to prove. In our sense, in our personal life, I don't think we need to. We just should be aware that we are influencing, and we have to go that way because we have to influence in a proper, good manner. I feel this is not judgment or anything. We can say with a good integrity, then it will be a good outcome. That I feel. Not a good or bad, not judgment in that.
Sir, yes, put one question in the chat box. I think everybody can see that. How can you be an influencer in this conversation? What outcome do you wish to create this morning?
I want to take back my words that G alone is the influencer. Everybody here are influencers in one way or the other, because we are all infinite being. And today, and if everybody is infinite being, everybody is the part of the universal energy, then everybody is everybody is an influencer. It is how we are evolving as humans.
Thank you, madam. Leena, madam, please go ahead.
Yes, good morning everyone.
Yeah, good morning.
So I think influencers are able to make people think, act and behave differently. Because of what they say and behave, people get influenced by them. So people think differently, act differently because of their influence. Are you listening?
Yeah, just a small
Okay.
clarification. Because Shanti madam said everybody is an influencer. But your answer is
I don't know I am an influencer or not, but I think influencers are those people who make people think, act and behave differently.
Now I feel we all are, I am influencing or you are influencing, because if you are talking, you are listening and you are getting some thoughts in your mind that, no, it is not like that. Okay, I am listening. I will be silent. Let him say something. I will make my own creation, my own thought. So if someone is silent and he's allowing others to be say what he want, and that is an influencing. And if someone is breaking that or correcting or something, saying no, it is not like that, that also one type of influence. And if you are being silent here, that is a type of influencing that might be good or right. There is no judgment, but if there is a positive or negative everything, or if you are just breaking or just correcting or something, you are suggesting, advising something, you are influencing another way, yeah, that you are just trying to change something, or you are just being with the flow. So in the both sense, you are influencing, being silent or being talking, being in conversation. So I am saying we all are influencing in different sense. So we have to be aware we are influencing someone near or someone in this group. Uh, or just you are thinking something. If you are listening, you will be thinking something about it.
Yeah, I have to say that I am an influencer to my grandchildren and children. I realize that when I give them good values in life, when I do that, when on my birthday, when they give me a card, they write everything, all that I have impacted them in their life. So then I realize that I'm a good influencer for my grandchildren.
great, man.
I would conclude Sir's question as we are all influencers. Today, today I take the lesson that everybody in this participating in the conversation, all the participants are influencers. They are influencing us, like in one way or the other by their answers. We are all influencers. And today I realize that we are all influencers. That's why we are coming to this session. We are learning something and we are influencing the other people in the group also. But we think that we are not enough. We want to prove ourselves. These are all, we need not prove anything. We need not prove that we are an influencer. These are all the answers for these two questions of today what Sir has raised.
Shanti ma'am,
Yes,
I think when we are in that zone, like in the expanded form, or when we realize that we are infinite being, then I think we can influence others.
When we realize it, that when the awareness comes, we become. Now we don't have that awareness and we feel that we are not an influencer. It's a lack of confidence in us.
Yes, but we have to remember all the time that we are an infinite being. We
Yes,
just,
it's
yeah.
an awareness. Like Hasina ji told that she's an influencer for all her grandchildren. Everybody thinks the way she thinks in their own families. But she's seeing the results with his grandchildren. She was also influenced by her parents and grandparents. She is just passing the lessons to the next generation. Whatever values she has learned, she added something during her lifetime and passing the message to the next generation.
Yes.
So I suggest people who has not participated till now, please join in the conversation.
All right, so I'm now going to jump inside. Thank you very much, Reddy Garu,
Thank
for
you.
taking the initiative. And I wanted to see how many people are choosing to be responsible for their participation. So even silence is all right, but the invitation was there. Okay. And two beautiful questions that Reddy Garu is leaving you with. One, are you an influencer? Of course you are. We are all influencers, whether we are using that ability or not, that's up to us, right? So if you are not going to influence, then the world will influence you, right? So there's another way of looking at it. Can you be active or are you going to remain passive? Are you going to be a spectator or a participant? So let's give you an example of the movies. We can just go there and be a spectator and enjoy the movie because we went to enjoy it, or we can go to the movie to be a critic and criticize it. Or you say, okay, all right, I can make a great movie, so you make a great movie yourself, right? So like that in life, you can be a spectator, right? You can be an unwilling participant in this game called life. Or you can be a very willing participant. You say, all right, whatever life I have, I will engage, I will participate. Or you can be a third category called I will create the life the way I desire. Or that third category says, I take responsibility for my life. And I'm remembering this person, I share about her quite a lot. I met her in 1982. She was an old lady, 65-year-old. One of the most powerful ladies I've ever met in my life. And we were youngsters getting ashamed, because of her. She was like so powerful. And we were ashamed because she was a lady who did not have two legs. Both her legs were cut, from the knees downwards. And she was a person who could do anything. And when I asked her, I said, what happened when you lost your leg? How did you become like this? She said, I had a choice. She said, I decided I will focus on what I have and not on what I don't have. So I decided to create my life. So I am a shining example to everybody and wake people up. Believe me, I was really inspired by her. I thought, okay, wow, if a person like that can make a choice to be a participant in life and take responsibility in life and do something rather than giving up. Now, the question I want you to think about is, do we also sort of give up partially? There is a state called, I will do just enough to survive. It's a kind of giving up, isn't it? So when I ask you guys to create, I'm just reminding you that, hello, you are an influencer. You can make a very big impact in life, even with small actions. Like today, Reddy Garu chose to initiate this conversation. And some people, Shakti ji for sure, and others, they chose to participate in it. So they were engaging rather than being just passive. So I'm not blaming those who are passive, but I'm saying, hello, you were listening carefully, getting something out of it, very nice. What happens when you also start engaging and creating stuff? How much more potent this conversation would have been. So today, I'm stopping it here. But be with this thought that as an influencer, in what way am I creating in my life? In what way am I influencing? I want to remind you, you are actually a wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary, and powerful person. But the problem is, if you don't use that power, you will never know that you have it. You know, it's like you might have all the tools at your disposal to create a wonderful life. But if you refuse to use those tools, and whatever be your reasons, have you noticed we always have reasons? Oh, I'm not doing because of that. I'm not doing because of that. Fine. But if you have the tools and you don't use it, all right? So let's go forth with that resolve that I will use this power and potency that I have to cause something in this world. So when I cause something in the world, I'm influencing this world. All right. So on that note, I would like to hand over to our shires. And let's have something from Tirukural to begin with. Vetrivel.
Good morning again, sir. Good morning, everyone. That is an amazing. The Tirukural is Muhattan Amarde, Inidi Noki, Ahathana, Insulinade Aram. So, meaning is what is charity or what is influencing? I am just adding little interpretation my side also. It is three things: beaming smile, loving eyes, and seeing through love, and speaking through sincere heart. If you do this, you are an influencer. It is a little hack to become an influencer.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for the.
Very right, very right. All right, so we have the other resident shire with us, Kunain Shahidi, and I request you to please come in and share your share for the day. Oh, Shanti ji also wants to say share.
No, sir. I have a question. I have a question for Hasina ji. When she's very confident that she can influence her grandchildren, she can influence all the grandchildren in the world. She has that power.
Wow.
But she just want to use it only inside her house. Why she is still hesitating to come out and influence all other grandchildren?
Wow. Now I want to ask you a question, Shanti ji.
Yes, sir.
Are you an influencer?
Today I feel I'm an influencer, sir. Yeah, till yesterday I don't have that. But today I have the confidence. Yes.
Let me ask you, Mr. Venkatesh also. Venkatesh, are you an influencer? You'll have to unmute yourself first.
Maybe. The answer is maybe.
Maybe.
Because I am like this, and I have reached a stage, I think I will be like this. So many people say that they are impressed by me. So maybe I'm an influencer. I lead a life of principle, like caring for my mother, other things and all. And which is nowadays falling, means like the values are falling and people have lost patience and all. So doing it, and I appreciate people with the same type of like love and care for elderly and all those things. So if they come to me, I just suggest And I love the way Hasina ji told us about her love for grandchildren and other things and all. Yes, definitely. And we can come out of the house and do. That's what we do. Like we influence the people around. That means we see a happiness on their faces when they look at us. So I was telling somebody sang yesterday. There was one we have in Navratri, the dolls displayed in Navratri in 10 days. So we had gone to a place, and one I had taken a friend of mine. She sang beautifully there. Though, so a thought occurred to me. I said, you must go and visit people who are ill or something and having pain. So when you sing, they will forget the world. So forget the pain. That's a good thing. You go and sing slowly the song, and they listen and feel relief for that particular moment. And we gain a lot of happiness by that. So in a way, she also said, yes, we must do all those things. Like that, there is a lot to be done. New ideas come. So I think I'm an influencer. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Sir, you are an influencer.
So now I have one more question for all of you today before I close the session. The question is, why do you have to be asked to speak and only then you speak? You know, when there is an invitation that anybody can speak, then why do we wait to be asked specifically? Maybe we have created this bad habit that we always wait, na? Yeah, we thought they will ask us to speak, then we will speak. Hello, this is your forum, all of you. All you have to do is raise your hand and we will ask you to speak, right? But the question you should ask yourself is, why do you have to wait to be asked, yeah? Yes, Leena ji.
Sir, some people, like enlightened people, they can influence without, I mean, by their vibrations only.
True.
Without any conversation.
Question. You also have vibrations. Everybody has, no?
Yes, but they influence, no?
Well, so the question to ask yourself is, do I not influence? You certainly do. You may not realize how you influence, but you do.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because see, I'll tell you one thing, Leena ji, start observing, and this is for everybody. When you start observing and noticing that, yes, you are an influencer, you will use more of that Shakti, power. You know what I mean? Yes, Tyagudin.
Yeah, nowadays the circle of influencing is horizons are more big, I feel, than before, because especially even WhatsApp is understanding that, and we all are connected to some people, and even status, keeping status or something. Maybe if you're seeing some status, we are thinking about that person. Something, yeah, we already have the mindset, yeah, this man was always like that, always self-promotion. So we are thinking, oh, we should not do that one. So we are also start thinking we have to influence, we have to give something, or we have to show something. So I feel in everyone's sense, maybe they're recognizing the correct sense of influencing knowingly or unknowingly. And we have the options to do that, I feel.
Yeah. And you know something, you are always influencing, by the way. Either you are influencing negatively or you are influencing positively. Shall I tell you something? Even your inactivity or passivity, you know, if you're being passive in life, for example, if people are doing things which are not okay and you're not doing anything, you're even then influencing. You are influencing world by saying, thinking or creating a thinking that we cannot do anything. See, if everybody does not do anything, that is also an influence to others. No, you see, nobody is doing anything. So why should I do? So that kind of influence also, see, the moment you start taking responsibility for your life, you will start to notice your actions or non-actions always have some consequences. Correct?
Yeah.
So when you say I'm an influencer, whatever I do, see, more well-to-do people like you all, No, you are well-to-do people. You are not like living in the slums. So people all look upon you as special people, right? So whatever you do or you don't do, it has an influence, no? Yeah, Tiaguddin, go ahead.
Yeah, that correctly you said. If we are seeing something wrong in front of us, and especially everyone is saying this politics is bad, we should not participate in that. That means you are influencing to be bad everything in the
Yeah,
judgment.
it's okay, no? People can get away with anything. That is also one thing you're perpetuating, correct? I put something in the chat box. You read that, everybody. That story of everybody, somebody. I think somebody, Conan had probably used this before once, but read it again. It's a very, very profound story. You know, somebody gave it to me, a friend of mine called Deen Dayalan. He gave it to me in 1978 or no, he gave it to me somewhere in which year, I don't remember. And I read it, and the more I read it, the more I realize that we are just behaving like bloody victims in our life. So good, at least now we are getting some people getting engaged in the conversation. How nice. Now is the time to engage Kunal and bring a smile to his face, and not Ismail, but a smile to his face, so that he can influence us with his lovely, every time he says the shairi, every time Kuldeep ji says the shairi or anybody, that also has a great influence. And there's so many great poets who have influenced so much, isn't it? Like Kabir or like Rumi. So we have our own resident one. Farmaiye sir ji, Irshad.
But thank you so much for today's session. It has influenced me. And शायरी जो याद आ रही जनाब के उसूलों
sorry, एक second. Thank you बोलना है ना, तो रेड्डी गारू को बोलो, because he brought the topic in today, not me.
Yeah, actually, thanks for everyone. Yeah, gratitude, Reddy ji. अर्ज किया जनाब के उसूलों पर जहां आंच आए, उसूलों पर, वैल्यूज, उसूलों पर जहां आंच आए वहां टकराना जरूरी है, और जो जिंदा हो तो फिर जिंदा नजर आना जरूरी है.
ब्यूटीफुल.
और अर्ज किया है कि सलीका ही नहीं, शायद उसे महसूस करने का, सलीका ही नहीं शायद उसे महसूस करने का, जो कहता है खुदा है तो नजर आना जरूरी है.
Beautiful, wonderful, magnificent. Shall we translate it line by line? Say the first one.
उसूलों पर जहां आंच आए टकराना जरूरी है.
Yeah, so if I am in the world of values today, confrontation may be necessary.
जो जिंदा हो तो फिर जिंदा नजर आना जरूरी है.
If you are alive, you should be appearing to be alive also.
सलीका ही नहीं शायद उसे महसूस करने का.
So what is salika means precisely?
Salika is habit or attitude or the way we carry ourselves.
So I think the point is that it's simply not enough to follow the rituals. We should feel them also.
Yeah. So if I don't have the habit or attitude or capacity to feel something, वो sense है कि सलीका ही नहीं शायद उसे.
Like I say namaste, and if I don't feel that in my heart,
yeah,
there's no point, right?
Yeah,
that's what it means. Okay, next one.
तो सलीका ही नहीं शायद उसे महसूस करने का, जो कहता है खुदा है तो नजर आना जरूरी है.
If he says that he is great, then he should look great also, no?
No, he said that God is there, but I want to see God. Then I will feel it. Then I will accept it.
So we are looking for proof to accept.
We are looking for, we can't feel it. We are looking always for proof. Then I accept it.
You know, there is a wonderful book written by Dr. Wayne Dyer. You should all read it. The name of the book is You Will See It If You Believe It. Normally people say, Ulta, na, I will believe it if I see it. That fellow says, you will see it if you believe it. And I can speak from my experience and tell you that is true. If you believe it, then you will see it. Like if you believe in God, you will see God everywhere.
True.
And if you don't believe, then you'll keep looking. Ki kahan hai, dikhao. So many other things. If you believe it, you will see it. So it's a wonderful book. Those who are fond of reading, please pick it up. Lovely book. And thank you so much. Oh, Shanti ji probably wants to say a poem now. Shanti ji, please go ahead.
Sir, it's not a poem. It's a Tamil movie song.
Okay.
கல்லை கண்டால் கடவுள் தெரியாது கடவுளை கண்டால் கல்லடி தெரியாது. It's a Kamal Hassan song.
Yeah, what does it mean?
And sir, I want Vetri or Shakti to translate.
Hello, Shakti will do. Let's ask. She's been asked to be quiet, so now I'll ask her to speak. Shakti, do you want to translate this song? She might be in the train, but.
Sir, can I, sir?
Yeah, go ahead. You do it.
Sir, if one sees stone, he will not see God. If one sees God, he will not see the stone. So which means God is everywhere. Seeing is believing, and believing is seeing. That's it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Special thanks to Reddy Garu and Shanti and everybody else who participated wholeheartedly in this conversation, and to our shayars and our poets. And God bless you. Have a wonderful day. In fact, have a wonderful week ahead. And we'll see you tomorrow morning for another empowering morning conversations. Bye-bye. God bless you.
Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Bye.